anyone prevent Liverpool repeating their double success of 1986? So far, it's been a Sunday afternoon stroll. It's time to bring on the graduates. Steve Redmond, defender, the first to come through from Manchester City's elite youth academy of '86. Of all the kids who take on Liverpool today, Paul Lake is tipped to become the first full international. Andy Hinchcliffe, fullback. As City build for the future, the big clubs have been told, no sale. And Paul Stewart, City overstretched their resources and bought him for £200,000. Now they won't part for $1 million.
Here's Stewart. Is it 2 for City? Yes.
There's been a complete turnover since John Bond led City to Wembley for the Centenary Cup final in 1981. So much has happened. At long last, it's something to be proud of.
And John Bond is our guest on the Big Match Live this afternoon, on a very wet afternoon in Manchester, but believe me, a very invigorating afternoon as well. And it must evoke memories for you of that great cup run in '81 to see Main Road like this today.
This is really what this club is all about, Elton, is these occasions. I mean, it needs more and more obvious. It's absolutely tremendous. I'm delighted I'm here to feel it all again.
I'm tingling, I'm sure you must be as well.
I'm so excited, it's not true. I just can't wait for the game to get started now to see what actually happens.
Now, you've seen this new Manchester City team, the boys of '88, a number of times. How good are they? Can they beat Liverpool?
I think they're very good. I think in a few years' time they will be a lot better. Today will be an awful big test for them. If they can start off with all the enthusiasm that they showed early on in the season against Liverpool today and got a goal in that time, I think that they just could unsettle them, and we could have a strange result on our hands. I hope so anyway, because in fairness, the club is a big club and it needs something like this to happen for them.
Can you find anything new to say about Liverpool?
Now, I wasn't always a great fan of theirs, but I am now. They're one of the few clubs...
You used to be very critical of them, didn't you, in your Norwich days?
I thought at times they were very negative. They're not negative now. They've got a lot of very exciting players playing for them, and they're an exciting side to watch. And they play the game right. They work hard, tremendously hard as individuals. They work hard as a team. They've got a lot of flair. They combine that with good teamwork, and they're a magnificent side to look at. And I'm delighted that I'm here watching them today.
We're delighted you're with us too, John. We're going to get out of the wet now. But now, though, let's join our commentary team this afternoon, Ian St John and Brian Moore.
Thank you, Elton. Let's take a check on the teams first of all. The Manchester City side with Mike Stowell in goal, a 22-year-old on loan from Everton. John Gidman returns to the back four after missing 3 games. 2 19-year-olds here, Paul Lake and Andy Hinchcliffe. And then another 19-year-old in midfield, Ian Brightwell. He's there to strengthen things up a bit and to try and subdue the running of Steve McMahon. Neil McNabb could well be the key man here. And then up front, Paul Stewart, back after suspension, 23 goals, and Imre Varadi, 17 goals. Certainly promising firepower there. As for Liverpool, Bruce Grobbelaar in goal. Gary Gillespie returns after injury to the back four. Barry Venison is missing. And missing from their midfield, Ronnie Whelan, who's had a cartilage operation. Nigel Spackman plays. The big news, though, is that their top scorer, John Aldridge, is out through injury. Craig Johnston will play up front with Peter Beardsley. And our referee today is Alan Gunn of South Cheney in Sussex. It's been throwing it down here all morning. In fact, the groundsman said it's been raining practically for 48 hours. The ground staff have been working on the pitch since 6 o'clock this morning. Craig Johnston, who will be playing up front. I think the stage is set for something quite spectacular here, because the ball will zip on this excellent surface, and I think we're in for quite an afternoon. Liverpool, of course, arrive with statistics to terrify any opposition. It's a very young City side that have basically grown up together, and certainly it's going to be the greatest test of their footballing lives. Manchester City then in the light blue shirts, white shorts and dark blue stockings kick off, attack the goal to our right. The first touch for Mike Stowell. Here's John Gidman, who was once an apprentice at Liverpool. Stewart leaping in there for that one. McNabb finding Varadi, looking for Stewart. How couldn't make any progress there. It comes to Nicol. Feverish moments these of Berardi on the break for Manchester City. And Brightwell had got up as well. And through to Grobbelaar. And Gillespie has taken a knock in the opening minute there. Gillespie went down in a heap. He's only just got back from injury, but he's up and again now, marking Imre Berardi. It's a throw to Manchester City, who've won their last 3 games. Just the flavour of success coming back here at Main Road. Beardsley with a little touch. Houghton sweeping the ball, aiming towards Barnes. Ablett. Well, when we covered the 4th round of the Cup live at Aston Villa, it's an almost identical situation. City doing well in the 2nd division, as indeed are Villa, and you can expect the same sort of start from Manchester City, coming hard at their illustrious opponents. Mel Machin, the City manager, knowing that the only way really you can play Liverpool is to attack them and hope that the breaks go your way. Craig Johnston going in, but beaten away by Steve Redmond. Johnston goes down, and in a good deal of pain. It may be the right shoulder. It was a real tough challenge there by young Steve Redmond. And Craig Johnston in a bit of trouble. Ian St John.
Well, you're right, it was a tough challenge, and I would expect that to happen anyway, Brian, in the early minutes of the game. You know, everybody's charged up. There's a great atmosphere on the ground, and the young City players will be in there, you know, competing for every ball, and that was a strong challenge, and I think Craig went down rather awkwardly there. He's certainly in a bit of pain.
He's up again. Ironically, young Steve Redmond was a Liverpool fan as a boy. He's a Merseyside lad. It's a Liverpool throw. It's Steve Nicol with it. Beardsley. Nicol. Looking to get round Hinchcliffe, but Hinchcliffe stuck to him well, even at the expense of the corner for Liverpool. Up comes big Gillespie. Spackman in there too. Gary Ablett as well. And he's aimed towards Beardsley. And nearly an early disaster for Manchester City. It's another corner, which Barnes will take. Suddenly Redmond had lost the challenge and Beardsley got his shot in, but the deflection takes it away for this corner. Barnes again to tempt one in there with the left foot. That time White is there to get it away for City. Houghton with Liverpool's throw. Brightwell. McNabb. Gedman making the run down the right for him. Liverpool getting back in force. Again, it's Ian Brightwell battling away and competing well and sliding over the byline. Talk about McMahon is a key figure, just as McMahon is, as McNabb is for Manchester City in the midfield this afternoon. But here's Beardsley. Hinchcliffe getting it back.
You're right when you were talking about McNabb. You know, he's the player in midfield that everything comes through with City, and Liverpool will need to sit in him, I think, this afternoon.
The dummy there by Stewart, played back by Berardi. Here's McNabb again. That's a delightful ball by him to White, who's a very quick winger. And his cross let him down then. Kidman playing it in for Radi. And a foul on Spackman and a free kick to Liverpool. Beardsley. Houghton. Swept wide for Craig Johnston. Stopped by Goodman. Big cheers around the main road for that one. Oldest player in the City side at 34. Barnes. Ablett playing it in. A little touch from Beardsley didn't come off. Gidman getting it away, but not very far. McMahon, Brightwell in there again. Terrific pace and commitment in these early stages as Nicol now. It comes through to Beardsley, touches it through for Houghton. And Redmond away for Manchester City. Up goes Stewart, wins it well in the air above Gillespie. Spackman. Nicol. Flag up for an offside against Houghton. Unbeaten in 28 First Division games, Liverpool. One defeat all season, and that against Everton in the Littlewoods Cup. Stewart backing in on Gillespie. Get the impression that's going to be quite a physical battle there. Stewart, who likes to put himself about a bit, Ian, and Gary Gillespie doing the marking job.
Well, that's correct. He is a big, strong lad, this, and I mean, Liverpool know all about him, Brian. He's got pace, he's got strength, and he scores goals. So, I mean, he's a boy today that had a key part to play.
Well, a great ball by Beardsley for Houghton. Brightwell is there. Another corner for Liverpool. Houghton with this one. And not a very good one.
My information about Manchester City, Brian, I've only actually seen them once this year. But people who have seen them more than that say that they're a very unpredictable team. You know, they can be brilliant or they can be very, very bad. But it looks the way they started off today as if they could be having a good day. They're all keyed up for it, and they all really look to me as if they're motivated.
Gidman. Cut out quite easily there by Nicol for Liverpool. Here's Houghton. This time it's McMahon making the break. And he couldn't quite get it through to Craig Johnston. Hinchcliffe there doing well for Manchester City. Here's Stewart. Nice, delicate little touch by him into the path of Brightwell. And now for White. Gidman. McNabb. Brightwell. Ablett. And now Beardsley. Neil Machin was saying that Brightwell coming into the midfield might well be there to keep a very close watch on McMahon, just to make things a bit stronger in the midfield for Manchester City. McNabb. This is Brightwell. Berardi. Oh, and it almost came through for Brightwell in the end. Gillespie and Hansen between them. Managed to keep this 19-year-old at bay with a good sporting pedigree about him. Of course, the son of Olympic stars Robbie Brightwell and Anne Packer. It's a good ball, but Johnston just offside. And Ian Brightwell tells me that his parents are here watching him today. With the free kick, Nicol with a header away. Redmond caught a little off balance. Gidman. Stewart. Hansen. Gillespie. Nicholl. There's Craig Johnston. Houghton. Beardsley. Houghton. They do combine so well. And Houghton now trying to get the ball inside David White. And the young man did well. He got back into a very important position to cut that ball off from going through to John Barnes. Gillespie. But only as far as McNabb. Forcing it through to Brightwell. Here's Hinchcliffe. Stewart. A foul on Stewart by Craig Johnston. A free kick to Manchester City. Former Blackpool star. 23 goals this season. But only 2 in the last 10. And Mel Maton's saying he needs to relax a little bit and do the more simple things. It's an easy one for Grobbelaar from Paul Simpson. The old tactic of taking a bit of steam out of the situation, Ian.
Well, I mean, Liverpool, although they are, as you say, Brian, doing ever so well this year, they still know this is a tough game, and if they can take the heat out of it, you know, calm things down, they'll do that.
Nobody better than the man on the ball at the moment, Alan Hansen. Absolute model of consistency. A throw to Manchester City. David White, 20 years old, a Manchester boy, but 16 goals to his credit this season. The whole nucleus of this City side has sprung up. They've grown up together through the youth side, and it helps to produce a great spirit within the club. Here's Paul Simpson to Varane, back to Simpson. He tried to get it through to Stewart. And there was a foul on Steve Nicholl. Well, the banners are up. Liverpool, the history makers. They've got another couple of games to go before they beat that Leeds United record if it should happen. Games unbeaten in the first division, but here's Craig Johnston. The cross is a deep one towards Houghton on the far side, just a little too deep for him. Simpson's back to cover now. It comes to Steve Nicholl. Oh, brought down just outside the box by Paul Lake. And a free kick to Liverpool. Pulled everybody back, Manchester City. Barnes can be devilish with this sort of free kick from this sort of position with a little curler, and Stow will have to be so alert in that Manchester City goal. A real difficult moment this for Manchester City. There's Barnes, it's too high, roars of relief from the Main Road faithful. So coming up to a quarter of an hour, no score. If you've just joined us here at Main Road. And John Gidman, I think it is, who's injured. John Gidman, the injured man. One match that was played this morning in the 4th division. Hereford 1, Cardiff City 2, with the Cardiff winner from Kevin Bartlett coming just 8 minutes from the end. It puts Cardiff a clear second in the 4th division, 6 points behind the leaders Wolves. Goodman fit again. Stow with the kick. To Hansen. Welsby. Spackman. Elton. Barnes. Elton again. And Ablett couldn't keep it in. It'll be a throw to City. Hanson's header. There's McNabb in quickly. Paul Stewart after it, but I don't think he'll get that. Redmond did well there against Craig Johnston. Hinchcliffe. It's Ferrari with it. McNabb. Hanson. It's a nice ball for Ablett, played in towards Craig Johnston. It's just the suspicion, Ian, that Liverpool felt that there might be a little lack of pace in the centre of the Manchester City defence, and I think that's why they put Craig Johnston there up alongside Peter Beardsley.
Well, it's very possible, but I mean, the two young lads, the centre-back line, and the problem really that City have is their inexperience. That is the one thing that they can't really do much about, because Liverpool are a very, very experienced side.
Nicol. Well, they're not the first division side to come here this season, Liverpool. Nottingham Forest have been here and were beaten 3-0 in the Littlewoods Cup. And I must say, the way that Brian Clough's side is blossoming now, that shows what a good result that was for Manchester City. And they also beat Watford here in the Littlewoods Cup. This is White. Couldn't keep it in play. It's a Liverpool throw, which Gary Ablett will take. Little flick on there by Beardsley. Craig Johnston was looking to pounce on it, but Redmond was at him all the time, but he still found Nicol. In goes Hinchcliffe. And the throw goes Liverpool's way. And now it's a City throw. Nicely there towards Paul Simpson. Quite well hopes to let it run and succeeds as well, but then the pass wasn't good enough and McMahon just wrinkles it through for Beardsley. There's Redmond, no nonsense about that, but the whistle had gone and Alan Gunn had seen an infringement there, giving the free kick to Liverpool. And Neil McNabb arguing just a little too fiercely. 20 minutes of the game gone. Manchester City 0, Liverpool 0 in this 6th round FA Cup tie. Ablett. Gillespie popping up in the most unexpected place there. And now what sort of damage can he do? Well, he's got a corner. Out of Paul Stewart. Away from McMahon. And now for Barnes. Trying to get around Berardi. Goal kick. Very good kick there by Stow. Goodman caught in two minds there. He thought for a moment about a back pass, but Beardsley was lurking too close to his goalkeeper for that. Simpson after this one, but Nicol beautifully in control there. Still pouring with rain here at Main Road, Manchester. Not far short of the capacity, which is now 48,000 here at Main Road. Right off in chase. And some good defending again by the Liverpool skipper. Gidman's throw. McNabb. Gidman. Austin flick on by White. Nichols underneath it for Liverpool. Craig Johnston there for Liverpool also, and here's Peter Beardsley. It hits it straight at Lake. Simpson. Heading again towards Stewart. Took that really well against Hansen. Got the better of Hansen what's more. Good play here by Stewart. And now McNabb spotting Berardi on the wide left. Berardi's cross coming in. Stewart was right in there, but Gillespie getting the one that mattered for Liverpool. Lake coming in. Good spell this for Manchester City as Steve Redmond plants it forward again. Up goes Gillespie again, and a foul and a free kick to Manchester City right on the edge of the penalty area.
Certainly Paul Stewart is causing a few problems in there, Brian, and if City can get a supply of ball into that box for him, you know, something can happen.
Spent a lot of time yesterday practicing free kicks. Did Man City. And a lot of time on Friday on their finishing. Let's see whether that can now be put to good use. Simpson's behind it, McNabb's in there, Gidman's lurking, David White, who's got a real dig on him, is not so far away. It's going to be Simpson. It's Stewart's throw, and so close to being touched in by Redmond. The corner though. City's first of the game with 25 minutes gone. Simpson with the corner, floated in there, not a very good one. Barnes was able to get it away. Andy Hinchcliffe now for Manchester City. Wide for Berardi. And now a goal kick. Hansen. Redmond caught out a little bit there. Barnes is on his way now. This could be a problem. Oh, a marvellous challenge there by Paul Lake. Superb timing there and a really valuable tackle. Craig Johnston. McNabb's header away, not very far. Berardi's there to try and help out, but it comes to Nicol. And now for Houghton. Little cross coming in. Right well back that time. It was Lake's header. Didn't get much on it though. Houghton for Liverpool. What a terrific tackle, though, by Paul Lake there.
That's what's called a timely tackle, superb tackle, Brian. The thing about this young boy, you know, he can play in midfield, he can play at the back, he can play at quite a few positions. And the problem is always, you know, maybe it's not in his best interest not having a position that he can settle into, but obviously the manager will use him as he sees fit. But he's going to be a very, very good young man.
Well, Machin, in fact, likens him to Paul Madeley from the Liverpool, from the Leeds United days.
That's right, he was versatile, wasn't he? He could play half a dozen positions.
Had real class about him. Elton, knocked away by Gidman, not very far. And in the end, it's Spackman coming in with a header. Jumped by Welsby and knocked back by Steve Redmond. Offside against Johnston. Stewart. Berardi. Simpson away on the left. This is Hinchcliffe. Oh, Hinchcliffe making a good run. That was a nice little ball played by Paul Simpson for him. Will it come all the way to White? The shot is there, and it's grabbed out of the air by Grobalov. Not a bad break by City, though. Right, well, Ablett. Back to Grobalov. Coming up to the half-hour mark, and we await our first goal here at Main Road in this 6th round FA Cup tie. Steve Redmond. What a problem for his family, whose mum and dad and his 16-year-old sister are all avid Liverpool fans, but they're all behind their family man today, Steve Redmond. Berardi. Offside against Peter Beardsley. He's in great form at the moment, is Beardsley. 8 goals in his last 11 games. But the first time he's been past the 5th round and into the 6th round of the FA Cup. In his time with Carlisle and Newcastle, never quite managed that. Redmond, fell to Barnes. Delightful play by him, but Gidman got in quickly. Redmond needs to get back before McMahon can get in. It's goalkeeper style. Hansen. Oh, that was a bit harsh on Hansen. It looked to me as though Stewart fell into him. The free kick's given to Manchester City. Gidman, and now with White. Nab, and out by McMahon. Here comes Hinchcliffe. Nobody there. Beardsley. fairly from behind by Neil McNabb. City Mites is there to snap it in as much as he could. Beardsley. They claim handball. Referee says no. So John Barnes now for Liverpool onto that byline. Oh! He's got it in there! It's happened! An amazing Liverpool goal! Made by Barnes and finished off by the number 9. Astonishing goal.
A marvellous play really by Barnes in the first place to get to the byline, and then look at that little side foot with his left foot into the top corner. I mean, that was a goal of real class, Brian, wasn't it? You know, from nothing. There was John Barnes, who is so good at taking on defenders. Byline knocks it back, and really the goalkeeper had no chance.
So Liverpool take the lead with 32 minutes gone. And the man who scored the goal that beat Everton in the last round, that's a replica really, because Barnes made that one as well. Ray Houghton has done it again. Lake off balance. Barnes. Lake's after him. Barnes, it deflected off the defender for the corner to Liverpool. Well, it's a real test for City's spirit now, Ian.
Certainly is that, Brian. You know, you really can't see them winning the match, that's for sure. But I mean, who can tell?
Well, it's McMahon now for Liverpool. Spackman trying to get Nicol in. Ball came off the corner flag. And in the end, well, Liverpool upset. I think with some justification, because that looked very much to me as though it came, the last touch off Neil McNabb.
Maybe the linesman wasn't close enough to glimpse it at that point.
I think linesmen will tell you sometimes you can be a bit too close and not see it. Hanson. Houghton. Barnes. Over the head to Houghton again. Trying to bring Beardsley in on the far side. Redmond is there. City were looking, in fact, for handball as Barnes made ground to make that cross for Houghton. And here's Barnes again towards Spackman, and this time it's a goal kick.
The game actually needed a goal to brighten it up, because it was very negative, wasn't it? You know, Liverpool were just keeping hold of it, knocking it back to the goalkeeper, not really looking too adventurous. But I think most football fans throughout the country would have wanted City to get the goal, because that would really liven the game up. Now you feel with Liverpool getting it that maybe a fait accompli.
Well, what you also feel is that it's going to be an enormous task for City when you consider that Liverpool have conceded only 1 goal in their last 14 games. I mean, that's an amazing record. Let's see. Nicol gets it forward. Redmond knocks it back again. Up goes Simpson. Right well. And Redmond again. Stewart. Barnes. McMahon. McNabb really battling in there a little too furiously. But the referee's liking, and I agree, it's free kick. City fans will be saying to themselves, we've got a good goal scoring record this season. They've been knocking in their threes quite regularly. They've got a 10 against Huddersfield, of course, and they've got 3 players who are well into double figures. With Stewart 23, Varady 17 and White 16. Welsby. Stewart to Varady, to McNabb, swept wide to Hinchcliffe. Simpson's outside him. Hinchcliffe has made the break down the left still, but that was a poor ball there by Simpson. It's to Beardsley, now to Houghton. Beardsley, stopped by Redmond. Been impressed by this young man, Andy Hinchcliffe, the left back today, Ian.
Yes, good player, Brian. Nice turn of pace. Likes to get forward, but really hasn't had the opportunity to do that too often today.
Johnston's after it. Well stopped again by Lake. Ablett. Benson. Nicol. There's McMahon in a bit of space. Beardsley. The impression they might be starting to turn it on Liverpool, but not with the cross like that from Nicol. Certainly the City youngsters have attracted a lot of attention from First Division clubs up and down the country. But City say no, we're going to hang on to them. I just wondered if the fact that Graham Souness is here today, I saw him before the start with Walter Smith as assistant and the chairman as well, whether they are down here looking to do some business in.
Have they got any money left? he spent about 7 million this season.
Barnes. Fairly challenged by Gillespie. A free kick to Manchester City. Gidman now with this free kick for Manchester City. Stewart was in there, but it's over the top.
The problem being that they've got to get the ball into this big fellow, Brian, and you know, they've never really had the ball long enough and with enough ideas really to create situations where they can get a good service into him.
I think they were looking very much for White and Simpson to get in behind the Liverpool fullbacks, but there's been absolutely no sign of that, has there?
No, there hasn't.
Redmond. Simpson, a little flick on Varady. Oh, he's always got a nose for goals wherever he's played, Emery Varady. Oh, this will come for Brightwell. A little touch on there. It might come for... Oh, in the end, it was Stewart's shot that fell conveniently straight at Bruce Grobbelaar.
You have to think that was a chance, Brian, because I mean he's not that far out. It was a nice head back here by Simpson, by White rather, and didn't quite catch it, did he? Straight at Bruce.
Barnes doing well. Beardsley trying to get Craig Johnston in, and in the end, Lake, 19-year-old with tremendous composure, gets it back to his goalkeeper, Mike Stow. Varady. Craig Johnston. To Nigel Smackman for Liverpool. Barnes. Beardsley. Smackman. Ablett to Beardsley. Oh, that was delightful. He turned Lake there, but he didn't see Goodman coming up, but it's still with Peter Beardsley. Cross there now, and in the end, Simpson gets it away. Elton. Nickel. The last minute of the first half now. Craig Johnston lifting it over the City defenders, but Hinchcliffe getting it away for Manchester City. Smackman. Nickel. Hansen. A lovely run by him. It releases John Barnes. McMahon's waiting in the middle, but so too was Paul Lake. That time it's White getting it away. Won't come for Stewart. Yes, it will. Trying to make something of it and finds Neil McNabb. There's Varady. Well trapped by him. McNabb again. This time trying to get Brightwell in. And in the end, it took Gillespie the last-ditch action there as Grobbelaar came out to turn it away for the Manchester City corner right on the stroke of half-time. Well, can City get a lifesaver here? Simpson with the corner. Not good enough. But at least he gets another chance. Referee looking at the watch. Playing time added on. That time Gillespie was there. Very prominent indeed. Simpson once more. Here's Lake. Again it's with Simpson. Lake. No. It's straight to McMahon, but it comes to Gidman. Good spell of pressure this from Manchester City. McNabb. Can he do something here? No, because Houghton is back there to help out in defence, and Ablett belts it away as the half-time whistle goes. With Liverpool leading by a goal to nil in this sixth round FA Cup tie at Main Road. In a moment we should be getting the news of John Bond with Elton Welsby. The half-time score then here at Main Road. Manchester City 0, Liverpool 1.
Liverpool leading by a goal to nil here at Main Road, and so far it really is just another Sunday afternoon stroll, and hitting City, John, exactly the way they hit Everton in the previous round. Barnes to Houghton at a time when they didn't look like scoring, 1-0.
I thought that City were going through their best little spell at that time, Elton. I thought that they'd weathered the storm and they were beginning to get at Liverpool a little bit. They were penned them in their half for about 5 minutes and felt that, you know, they'd got the thing under control and it was going to be a good game. And then Liverpool, like Liverpool, have this ability to make something out of nothing, and that's exactly what they did for the goal.
They just seemed to step up a gear at a time when they were playing well within themselves.
But that's what I was saying to you early on before the game. You see, they have this individual ability now where people can take the people on and have individuals who've got this ability to get at people, and this is exactly what Barnes did. He went to cross it, took it on another step, and then played a great little ball. Houghton lost his marker, and bang, it was in the back of the net. I've been
John, can I just let me interrupt you, John? A little suspicion here of handball. What do you think?
Well, it may have been, but I didn't hear too many. I saw
referees right there. Look.
Yeah, I didn't see too many of the City people complain about it. I didn't see Gidman or anybody. This ability, you see, Barnsley has it of just getting at people and taking them on. As I said, Houghton, I've been very impressed with him, with his off-the-ball running. He runs into all sorts of good little areas.
You feel, don't you, that City have got to rattle Liverpool? They've got to get at them.
Well, I said to you halfway through the half, I felt that City has got to get in the last third of the pitch, in halfway inside the Liverpool pitch, half of the field, and then start getting balls in there rather than just.
They've only done it once, really, and that was in 3 minutes to go before.
Yeah, that wasn't quite what I was talking about, but at least they got round the edge of the box and put the ball in there. Whitey got up well and knocked the ball down to Stewart, and with a bit of luck, I could have finished in the back of the net. I feel that Mel at half-time has got to tell them that. I think if they don't start putting balls in there in the second half and trying to find Hansen and Gillespie and people like that out, I think that at the end of the day, Liverpool will probably win 3 or 4-0. I think basically that's their only chance. I don't think they want to do that, because City like to play and they like to build up nicely and play it into Stewart and people like that and Vardy nicely, but I think they've got to get some higher balls in there now.
John, just take a break a minute here in the studio, because a very interested spectator here today, a former Liverpool player, you know him well, John, now the manager of Glasgow Rangers, Graham Souness. He's with Martin Tyler.
Graham, people are making so many comparisons about this Liverpool side and great sides in the past, some of whom you played in. How do you compare them?
This is only the second time I've seen them this season. They're as good as I think any side I ever played in. I didn't see the sides before, but I would think they'd be as good as any.
You think
very impressive?
They've got the job done here, or do you see City coming back?
The danger for City is if the tempo will drop a wee bit, and then Liverpool, the pitch, although it's heavy, if it doesn't get up too much, it'll be tailor-made for Liverpool. The ball will be a wee bit faster. They'll move it about faster than what City will. Unless City can get back into the game in the early part of the second half, I think you may see more goals from Liverpool. I think it's tailor-made for Liverpool today.
So many top managers are admirers of the Manchester City youngsters. Are you amongst those?
I'm here to see a good game of football, and in the first half I've seen a good game of football.
Thanks for talking to us, Graham, and I'm sure everybody wishes you all the very best against Stour next Wednesday.
We'll need it. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, second leg of the European Cup quarter-final against Stour Bucharest on Wednesday. That's Graham's #1 priority. Ours is to take a short break. Back soon.
Welcome back to Main Road, Manchester. The 6th round FA Cup tie. Liverpool leading by a goal to 0 against the home side, Manchester City. Beardsley to Craig Johnston. Now Beardsley again. And the corner in the opening seconds for Liverpool. Remarkable to think they've only ever met twice in the FA Cup. Back in 1956 and in 1973, both times Manchester City won on a replay. So Liverpool aiming to beat City for the first time ever in the FA Cup here today, and leading by a goal to 0. John Barnes with a corner for Liverpool. Quite easily cleared there by White. McMahon. Barnes to Gillespie. What's your view now, Ian St John, about the task facing Manchester City and how they should set about it?
Well, I think I would agree with John Bond. I do feel that unless City get into the game very quickly in the second half, then I think Liverpool could go on and win it, you know, by 2 or 3 goals. I mean, it's easier said than done for City to get into the game, but they have to get the urgency there. They have to stir the crowd up and you know, get the ball up into Liverpool's penalty area and put a little bit of pressure on them. But while the game is quiet, that suits Liverpool.
Well, here's young Steve Redmond with the free kick for Manchester City. I say the crowd are waiting to be stirred up. Every time City show any little bit of form as they come forward, the crowd are really behind them. Beardsley with the throw, finding John Barnes. Barnes again from Beardsley. Berardi couldn't stop him, it's still with Barnes. Hit with the outside of the boot, just across the face of the goal and wide. A typical piece of John Barnes' play. Just along the gantry from where we are sitting, there's a Dutch television crew are here specifically just to watch John Barnes. Such is his international fame growing, bearing in mind the England-Holland game that's coming up at Wembley. They're watching Barnes and nobody else, but here we are watching Peter Beardsley at the moment. Into Barnes again. It comes off Gidman for another Liverpool throw. Another Liverpool corner, rather. And certainly no signs of Manchester City at the moment getting at Liverpool's throats at the early part of this second half. Here's Barnes, lazy left foot of his. Craig Johnston hits Redmond with it. Beardsley just wide of that goal. So Liverpool making a blistering start to this second half. Still leading by a goal to 0. He's here to Peter Beardsley, minimum of back lifts, and just flicked on by Houghton, but wide of the goal. Mike Stowell, the Man City goalkeeper, on loan from Everton. Incidentally, his only previous FA Cup tie was when he played about 2.5 seasons ago for Leyland Motors against Colwyn Bay in one of the preliminary rounds. That's quite a jump now into the 6th round.
Who won that match, by the way, Brian? Do you remember?
I should have asked him. Craig Johnston in the meantime. Redmond's after him. Okay. Certainly a powerfully built young man, young Steve Redmond. And he's the only outfield player in this City side that hasn't scored this season, which suggests that there is some firepower there if they could just have a go at Liverpool. Gidman back to Style. Beardsley. And Redmond back to his goalkeeper. Oh, I didn't hear the crowd. Come on, City. Trying to get them going. McNabb. Nicol going in there against Simpson. Nicol again. Lake. Good play by him. He's been so impressive. Simpson, what? Luck really went his way there, and he eventually found Stewart with it, but suddenly Nicol was back at them again, and the ball's with Gillespie. Ablett, Hansen, Beardsley. What a ball again. As Barnes goes scampering after this one, Redmond's gone there with him. It's a foul on John Barnes and a free kick to Liverpool. Delightful ball again from Beardsley.
It certainly was, but again started by Alan Hansen. You know, I keep saying it, Brian, but a lot of the Liverpool moves stem from this centre-back. He's so cool and he can pick people out with the ball.
Johnston and Gillespie is up from the back for this one. But it's Paul Stewart who gets it away, at least as far as McNabb. Berardi for Stewart. McNabb's away down the right. There he is. Played on first time, and it came off Ablett for a City throw. David right, trying to steal 1 yard too many, and back it'll come for John Gidman. Stewart falls for Paul Stewart again. Vardy's waiting in the middle for City. Never going to reach him. Hansen. And Smackman gets it back.
Smackman does a very quiet job, doesn't he, in this Liverpool side? You know, he's one of the unsung heroes of the side, but he never has a bad game. Nigel Smackman works away in the middle of the field, and very good professional.
Yes, he was telling me earlier on today that there's such a battle for places in the midfield that once you get in there, I know Ronnie Whelan's out at the moment and Jan Molby can't quite get in, but you've got to play well, otherwise somebody else is in.
Correct.
Craig Johnston. Well, this can kill it off. He's going all the way. Stopped by Lake and a penalty given. City unhappy about that. They felt that Lake had played the ball. They're complaining to referee Alan Gunn. Let's have a look at this. Might be an interesting angle, Ian. Well, I think it can't have been for the tackle. It must have been for the push.
I think you called it right there, Brian. I think he definitely had his hand in the middle of his back there and pushed him.
So Peter Beardsley, 8 in the last 11 games he scored, 12 in all this season. With a chance to make it 2-0, and he does so. 2-0 for Liverpool. And having seen so many penalties missed recently, it seems, on television, it's quite a novelty to see one scored. But Peter Beardsley, a superb practitioner and never in any doubt. Beautifully played by him. And the game as safe really as it can be, you imagine, for Liverpool now. Still 35 minutes to go. And one fan on the pitch there getting into an argument with the referee. That's stupid. Stupid and quite uncalled for. Manchester City made their point to the referee, and after that, that was the end of it. And he's now having a go at the steward. A policeman is coming on, and a moment of idiocy will soon be over, thankfully. Our view was that it looked as though Lake had taken the ball and not the man, but there at the same time looked as though there could well have been a push on Craig Johnston, and that was it. But that's a quick take. He'd taken free kick, and Stewart couldn't quite fool Grobbelaar, but City get a corner. McNabb with it. Flicked on, Vardy trying to get in. Can Gidman get there? No, McMahon was there a fraction before him. Hansen, a shove in the back on Hansen by Stewart, a free kick to Liverpool. Johnston. Lake gets in there. Comes for Gillespie. Delightful ball by him for Beardsley. Liverpool full of running now. Stopped by Redmond. Ball played by Nicol for Houghton. Crossed by him towards John Barnes. But again, it was David White back there getting it away. City fans would much prefer to see David White playing further forward than that. And they're really in a position now where City have got to throw caution to the winds. Just listen to those ever hopeful City fans. Well, here's Moradi giving them some hope. Simpson now, the cross comes in. Stewart's after it, but Grobbelaar once again grabbing it out of the air. And the throw instantly finding John Barnes. Smackman, space ahead of him now. And ahead of him also is Craig Johnston. Out comes the keeper, Stowell, and just gets there first. Hinchcliffe, Stewart up for this one, but Henson is standing firm again, and there's always support around, this time in the shape of McMahon. Liverpool, it seems, very much on their way to a semi-final place alongside Nottingham Forest, Wimbledon and Luton. Good cross by Ablett, and the keeper did well. Beardsley just caught him as he went in there, very sportingly made sure that the keeper was okay, which he is, Mike Stowell. Now White. I've seen nothing of his pace this afternoon. McNabb. That's a nonsense ball, that one.
Mr. McNabb has been getting on the referee's wick a little bit this afternoon, and he'll have to kill it. He's losing the head a little bit, frustration creeping in.
White towards Stewart. Brightwell played wide here now for Simpson. Not got much change this afternoon out of Nicol. And a free kick again to Liverpool. Bottom now, the second half gone. Manchester City 0, Liverpool 2. Houghton in the first half. Beardsley with a penalty after Craig Johnston was brought down after 53 minutes. Ian Brightwell. Stewart, it might come from Wardy. No, because Smackman was there doing a good efficient job again in the midfield. Nicol. away. And he's injured. The left leg is in a bit of trouble there for John Gidman. He's just come back after 3 games. He's really been in the wars, John Gidman. He had a wisdom tooth removed and it went wrong, and they've had to cut around in his jaw, and he's missed 3 games and only got back into training this week, and is still having dental treatment for the removal of that wisdom tooth. And here he is. He seemed to fall very, very awkwardly there. Stewart. Redmond towards White on the far side. Barnes, Beardsley. Barnes again, shrugging off 2 challenges there from David White, and on he's going with Varady after him. Still Barnes, that's about 40 or 50 yards, finds Houghton. The pass is perfect now for Beardsley. They claim a handball there, but they get a corner.
It would appear that as he fell there, he stuck his hand out and knocked the ball for a corner.
Barnes and Beardsley now really beginning to enjoy themselves.
The gaps are appearing, Brian, now, and Liverpool will capitalise on them, I'm sure.
It's with McMahon. In for Ablett. Little cross by him, and Hinchcliffe gets it away. Beardsley, delightful touch again. Barnes, this is for McMahon, rifling it in there, just wide of that goal.
That's the first McMahon shot this afternoon, Brian. Normally we see, half a dozen of them in a game. He's having such a great season.
Stewart. He's got White going. That's the first time we've seen White really stretching his legs there, and at times Ablett was equal to it. McNabb crossing it in, and Stewart couldn't quite get to it. Simpson might turn it back again. Stewart's up there again, and now Brightwell. Stewart once more. The red shirts are swarming around him, and Liverpool get it away again. Redmond playing it in once more to Stewart. Hansen there is with McNabb. Gidman. Oh, a nice dummy there on Barnes, doing a Barnes on Barnes. Ablett. Johnston. McMahon. There's Houghton. Hinchcliffe's there for Manchester City. Good piece of play by the young fullback, finding Paul Simpson. He's got Varady away on the left. Brightwell, McNabb. Gidman was free on the right for McNabb, but McNabb's doing it all himself. Now Varady. That's a good cross coming in. Simpson's up there. Grobbelaar, a brilliant save. Great leap by Paul Simpson, and the best City move of the match so far.
He certainly kept the ball, Brian, knocked it around. Great cross at the end, a super header, and what a marvellous save by Bruce Grobbelaar. But that's the kind of football that the City fans want to see this afternoon. They want to see them zip their ball around, get the crosses in. And as I say, there's no point having a lad like Stewart who's very good in the air if we don't get the service into it.
Beardsley. Will Barnes get there before White? He will. Persuading Ablett to come forward, challenged by White, but he beats him. Ablett with the cross again. Redmond there for Manchester City. Spackman. Barnes. Touched by Houghton. Barnes again. Finding Craig Johnston, and in the end it became a little too muddled there, and an infringement giving Manchester City the free kick. Halfway through the second half, this FA Cup six-round tie with Liverpool leading by 2-0. Simpson. And for much of the afternoon it really has been the Masters showing the way to a team of bright young pupils. Blake gets it back. Good jump by Brightwell. Stewart claimed he was unfairly treated there by Gillespie. Referee Alan Gunn agrees. It's a free kick to Manchester City. A little over 20 minutes remaining. Liverpool still to concede a goal in the FA Cup this season. Matches against Stoke, Aston Villa and Everton. By Hinchcliffe. Now Beardsley. And well offside, Craig Johnston.
He's a willing worker up front, Craig. You know, he's played wide on the right-hand side with the games he's had this season, but filling in today for John Aldridge, I think he's done a good job, Brian.
Such an exuberant character to have in a side as well.
Well, it's nice when you've got players like him sitting on a bench and
Yes.
desperate for a game.
Hinchcliffe with Manchester City's throw. Hinchcliffe. Had some great escape acts this season, Manchester City in the FA Cup. John Goodman scored in the 90th minute of the first game against Huddersfield. That went to 2 more replays before City won it. And Paul Lake scored in the very last minute of a tie at Blackpool in the next round, and that went to a replay and City won it here. But you've got a feeling that the old escape trick is not going to work this afternoon. Out of play. Ablett. So it looks very much as though Liverpool will be back in First Division of the Barclays League business again on Wednesday night when they go to Derby, chasing that Leeds United record of 29 games. I'm sure there'll be a big crowd at Derby for that one. That's unless City can do something quite miraculous in the time that's left here. About 18 minutes. But here's Beardsley. Oh, and it was a clever piece of play by Peter Beardsley. He'd spotted that Stow was 4 or 5 yards off his line and dinked one in there which Stow was just able to get. Nicol. McMahon. Varady. Varady again. McNabb. Stewart. And again Liverpool shut the door tight. You sometimes have to go around and count them to make sure they've only got 11 on the pitch. Oh, what a good break again. This time it's Ablett right through. Played for Craig Johnston and saved by Stow. Johnston going in on the goalkeeper, I would imagine annoyed with himself because he knows he really should have made that goal number 3.
What a great run by Gary Ablett, Brian. You were saying about players popping up all over the place. It was a super run and a lovely little ball there. It really, you think that maybe Craig Johnston should have done a little bit better. It was a sort of half-hearted shot.
McNabb. There's a break by Simpson. Grobbelaar's come out. And Simpson's still there. Grobbelaar way out of his goal. And Hansen to the rescue for Liverpool. Apart from Grobbelaar's brilliant save from Stewart's header, that's the first real alarm they've had. McNabb playing it in again. Barnes getting it away. Up to Beardsley. But Lake is there for Manchester City. Now Hinchcliffe. Good play by him. Lake again. Trying to get it through to Gidman. Brightwell's in there. The header finds Stewart. Now, can he get a shot? Charged down by not 1, not 2, 3, but 4 Liverpool players there surrounding Paul Stewart. This is the Grobbelaar incident again, Ian.
Well, Bruce will always liven the afternoon up for you. I don't think he should really have come.
But Hansen made sure that there was no great damage. And at the other end, Beardsley foiled by Stow. Lake. There's a flag beneath me being flown by a linesman, but referee Gunn at the moment hasn't noticed it. It's gone down. Still raining hard on the crowd of just over 44,000 here, and the Manchester City element, I would have thought, resigned to the fact that the target, which I suppose really has always been the main target, is to get out of the second division into the first, and that it'll be Liverpool going on into the semis. Just a quarter of an hour left. Nicol. In many ways, you know, Ian, it's an almost exact replica of the 4th round cup tie against Aston Villa, wasn't it? Johnston, where Villa showed so much promise early on, and at the end of the day, the superior class really told its tale.
Well, that's right. The game is running true to form, exactly as the Villa game did. The second division sides have got to really get a goal early on, you know, to really upset it and give them something to hang on to. If they don't, and they go a goal behind, and then Liverpool are too experienced, you know, to get knocked off their stride once they're in front.
McMahon released by Hansen. Here's Barnes coming in quickly. He read that a little quicker than Steve Redmond. Johnston's pulled away on the far side, and Ablett's come up from the back as well. Barnes might not need them. All out of play. Smackman. This is Lake to White. Hinchcliffe. Lake. Oh, and Johnston's through. This time he surely is going to make it. 3-0. Almost identical situation to the one 10 minutes or so ago, which brought about a penalty, but this time he skips wide of Stow, has a quick look up. There's the gaping goal, and there's the ball in it.
I think he thoroughly deserves a goal today, Craig. He's worked very hard, and you know, he had a hand in the second goal as well.
Hansen. Barnes. Ablett. Spackman. Barnes. Ablett. There's Craig Johnston. And Houghton. And it's wide. And who scored the first goal, Ray Houghton, having had a miserable week with flu. It's showing no signs of that now. To go. And those Liverpool fans are singing that same old song. Houghton. Played for Barnes, little touch by him for Beardsley. A save by Stow, a good piece of goalkeeping. Corner to Liverpool. Sat with Beardsley for a little while at breakfast this morning, and he was rubbing his hands and saying, I'm really looking forward to this one today, because I think it'll be a bit muddy and a bit greasy, and it's just the sort of thing I like. And he's been in great form, hasn't he?
Certainly, yes, Brian, and you know, I think Liverpool must have felt confident coming along here today, simply because City have got a very inexperienced side, and really that, I think, is the thing that stands out in this game when you look at it. You know, the experience of Liverpool against the boys of Manchester City. And it is the case of men against boys. And the longer the game goes on, the more and more, you know, the holes are appearing, and you think, well, Liverpool will score every time they attack.
Offside against Craig Johnston. Mind you, having said that, I'd like to see this game in 2 years' time, when the City youngsters are 2 years older.
Correct, and I think we all would like to see it then, Brian. I just hope that the young City players that we're seeing today are still with the club, because there's a lot of potential there.
Stewart. White. Nasty old deflection behind for the corner. Paul Simpson with the corner for Manchester City. It was Ablett who got it away. Here's McNabb looking up to see what might be on for him. Nicol. Brightwell to Simpson. And Grovelar Just grabbing it. I think it was probably going wide in any case. And his long clearance might well release McMahon. And indeed it has. But the referee spotted something. It's a free kick to Manchester City. May have been a handball there as he tried to control it. Hinchcliffe to White. Aradi. David White. Elton. McMahon. Johnston after it. Manchester City throw. About 8 minutes left. Liverpool leading by 3-0 and really coasting it now. On by Simpson, but Nicol gets it away. Spackman. Barnes. Oh, what a lovely bit of play this is. Houghton. Johnston's available, and Beardsley away on the left. 4 are up for Liverpool in the box. Beardsley trying to thread it through to John Barnes, but it got caught up on the mud, and it was easy for Brightwell to make the clearance. McNabb. Simpson. Spackman. Imagine 3 managers, Ray Harford of Luton and Brian Clough of Forest and Bobby Gould of Wimbledon, with fingers crossed, hoping they're not going to get drawn in the semis against this lot tomorrow.
Oh, you can never tell. If you beat them in the semi, you don't have to play them in the final.
That's right. Nicol. Houghton. Hansen. Houghton again. Offside. Simpson for City. Stewart. And now Barnes. Beardsley onside, he was in his own half. And here's Barnes. He's got Johnston and Beardsley up with him. Beardsley away on the left. City with 5 defenders back, and here's John Barnes. This could be number 4. It is. The 10th time this season that Liverpool have hit 4 goals, and it's just a matter of formally playing the last 5 minutes to put them into the semi-finals of the FA Cup. John Barnes nicely into his stride, looked up as Stahl came out, wide of the keeper, goal number 4. Ian St John.
Well, this young man is a really exciting player, as we all know, and I mean, he appears to have it all, Brian. You know, he's got strength, he's got ball control, he's got pace, and he scores goals as well. And the Dutch camera crew are over here today to do a piece on him, and they're getting some good stuff, aren't they?
Hinchcliffe. And now Simpson. Still working hard, but Grobbelaar there. Just 4 minutes remaining now. McMahon for Liverpool. Houghton, who started it all off with that exquisite little goal before half-time. And Stow finding White. Losing it to Barnes. Here's Ablett. Liverpool really enjoying themselves now. Beardsley. Will he get to the byline? Lake was there, stretching out those long legs. It's Liverpool's throw. Barnes with the cross. Hinchcliffe with the header. Beardsley with a little shuffle. Referee keeps his arms behind his back as Beardsley looked for the penalty, but then points to the corner spot. Barnes playing it to McMahon. Gets to the byline, the cross comes back. Ian Brightwell gets it away. Beardsley once more, trying to thread his way through, but it was Brightwell who came to contest that ball. Berardi gets it back. City fans now beginning to thread their way home through the rainy streets. They came with harbouring some hopes, and they've really been shattered by another fine Liverpool performance here. Barnes inside for Ablett. The flag has gone up for an offside. 2 minutes to go. Stewart has battled well and might get some reward here. No penalty. Referee again keeps his hands behind his back. Barnes for Liverpool. Craig Johnson up there, challenged by Lake. Barnes once more. You're summing up, Ian?
Well, once that first goal went in, Brian, I did say I think that was it, and that's been the way the game has gone. It's been Liverpool in control all the way, and giving the young City players a lesson on how to play the game, the simplicities of the game. You know, it's not really that complicated. They get it, they knock it around, they keep possession, and they have players who are prepared to run forward, and there's so many in the Liverpool team who can make that break. You know, even the centre-backs get forward. So I think they're a very, very entertaining side. And they score goals, they play lovely football, they've got individuals in the team, although they play to a team pattern. They've got individuals like Barnes and Beardsley and Houghton who can do their own little thing.
Beardsley on for Houghton. Again, Style is there, read it well. Houghton. Nicol. Was looking for something there. Berardi took it off him, and we're playing the last few seconds of the game now. The linesmen have both indicated to referee Alan Gunn that on their watches time is up. And the final whistle takes Liverpool into the semi-finals. The goal by Ray Houghton after 32 minutes really opened it up. Beardsley with the penalty made absolutely sure, and then the goals by Craig Johnston and John Barnes absolutely wrapped it up into another impeccable Liverpool performance. The Liverpool fans, and it's becoming a habit for them, cheering another Liverpool victory. The Liverpool players going across there to salute them, and City can only troop off and dream of promotion from the Championship of the Second Division into the First Division. And so Liverpool then into the semi-finals alongside Nottingham Forest, Wimbledon and Luton. The sixth round finished in one weekend without a single replay. And to be fair, once Liverpool got into their stride, it was never going to be anything other than that here today. So they're back to league action on Wednesday with another one against Everton next weekend. And Craig Johnston. I think we're going to get a word with Craig Johnston. He's down here with Martin Tyler.
Craig, pressed up front as an emergency striker, you must have enjoyed that.
I'll get a game anyway for Liverpool is great, and to be part of that, part of the atmosphere, it's great. The lads did terrific. City, a good young side, you know, they just kept going. It's a good as battle as we had this year.
Twice you got clean through, first of all for the penalty. Tell us about that.
Well, just I think there was a mix-up in their defence, and I got through. I don't know whether it was a penalty or not. I'm going to go and watch it on the video and see, but I was glad to get the second one because I missed one as well. So glad to play up front, and glad to be through the next round.
We'll let you get a bath and we'll go back to Elton before the break.
Vintage Liverpool, vintage football. It was quite simply a privilege to be here. We're going to take a short break now. After that, the views of John Bond. Don't go away. Yes, welcome back. It really was that easy, 4-0. How would you like to manage that team, John?
Dalglish, I feel sorry for him. He doesn't know what it's like to wake up next morning feeling horrible, does he? What a side, magnificent side.
The penalty. We got to look at the penalty incident. I suppose in the full, throughout the game, it was almost immaterial. They would have won anyway, but it did kill off Manchester City. And City didn't feel that it was a legitimate penalty.
I think it was probably touch and go. I mean, Johnson went past the keeper here, and I think the boy did push him in the back. I think you noticed that. Look, and he did push him over. He made a meal of it, but I think maybe it was a penalty. I think it may be a bit touch and go, but some you get, some you don't.
They really had one opportunity to score. Liverpool don't concede many goals, John. It's now 1 in 15 games. Once you get past the defence, you've got to get past this fella Grobbelaar.
Yeah, but they didn't. That's what I say, Elton. They didn't get enough balls in here. Now Simpson got a great ball in, and up got Stewart. Came Stewart and headed. He got a good header in. I mean, I think Grobbelaar made a meal of that. He normally catches those, but it was a good header, and that gave him a little bit of hope and a little bit of a chance. But they didn't get enough of those sort of balls in to
the way Liverpool played, John, during the 70s when Ajax and Bayern Munich were at their peak. They used to call it total football. Would you compare it with those?
Well, they've got so many options open for themselves now when they play. I mean, each player that's on the ball has got so many options, alternatives for himself. It really must be marvellous to play for the team and to be in the team. I mean, if you can't play in that side, you could never play. I mean, early on, Nicol went, and there was somebody on the outside of him, he went to give it on the outside and brought the ball in and got brought down on the edge of the box as early as the first 10 minutes or quarter of an hour of the match. And
it was the fourth goal, wasn't it, which was vintage Liverpool. It had all the hallmarks of greatness.
Yeah, well, Barnsley's a great player, and he's taken them on here, and he just knocks a little ball out wide, as you see, and then makes a little straight run in behind the defence, and Beardsley sees him and just knocks a simple little ball in. As Ian was saying early on, it's simplicity, and he just goes on to it now and just tucks it in alongside the goalkeeper. You can't have anything any better and any easier than that, but all their game is like that, everybody. I mean, Hansen and Gillespie at the back settle the side down, they just get it, they knock it about, they build up, there's nothing hurried about them, they've all got plenty of composure. It's marvellous to watch, I loved it.
Isn't it just a privilege to be here, as I said earlier. Well, John, listening to us and watching those incidents again, the master of the understatement, there he is, the Liverpool manager, he must be delighted, John, mustn't he? Kenny Dalglish with Martin Tyler.
Kenny, did you enjoy watching that?
I thought it was magnificent today. They had a hard uphill battle in the first half, obviously, without City creating too much, but they were nice and fresh at the start. But we got the first goal, and after that, the second half, they were tremendous. I think Bruce had one save throughout the whole match.
But it was an important save.
Yeah, it was an important save, but it'd be wrong to highlight that and say that it was anything, any reflection in the game. I mean, at the other end, the goalkeepers played well, and there's been a few whizzing past the post as well. Bruce made an important save there, and we were grateful for him to do it. But he was making it as much for pride as what it was to influence the result of the game.
Can I push you on who you'd fancy in the semi-finals?
No, but we've got a better chance than the rest that's out of it.
What about Nottingham Forest? You haven't seen too much of them this season.
We haven't played them at all. Obviously, the tremendous result yesterday at Arsenal, but we'll just need to take whoever comes out of the hat for us. We're happy just to be there, and obviously very, very pleased with the way they played today.
Can you throw your thoughts forward to the big match at Goodison next week?
No, because we played Derby on Wednesday night.
And we take each game as it comes.
No, we do.
Thanks, Ken. Let's go back to Elton.
Thanks, Marty. We're not going to take each game as it comes. John, are they going to win the double again?
I think there's every chance that they will. They're good enough to, aren't they? I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they go through the season without being beat. I think they may go 42 games without being beat. I will be surprised if anybody in this country beat them. I don't think there's anybody good enough to beat them, providing they play and they apply themselves right, which is every reason to believe that they will. I can't see anybody beating them.
Without sort of wanting to write Derby off on Wednesday, it looks like they'll sort of break their record against Everton if they do beat Everton next Saturday. That looks to be the last chance for anyone to beat them.
Well, that may be the biggest danger to them. I can't really see where they're going to go to Derby and get beat. Not on today's performance, anyway. And certainly with somebody in charge like Dalglish, I don't think they will. He gives nothing away, does he?
Have you seen, in many years you've been in the game, a better club team?
No. No, I was talking to Bob Paisley before the match about it, and he's said it's difficult to compare with old teams because the Thompsons and the St Johns and people like that were great players. I suppose the only thing that you would say at the moment is that maybe the teams in the English First Division maybe are not that clever at the moment. There's not too many good ones, and so it's difficult to judge Liverpool because of the standard of the others. But after saying all that, they're a very good side.
We've got to go. It's been lovely to have you with us today. Next week, the Anfield Roadshow continues at Goodison. We'll be there. Bye-bye.